The thinking patterns that create wealth, even when everything else fails. Welcome to Huddle Up. I'm your host, Dwayne Gibbs. Alongside of me, as always, my partner, Mark Bruce, the Hall of Famer, where we come to you every Wednesday and Friday with a quick mindful thought. With that being said, let's huddle up.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
This is
What's
gonna be a
going
good this is gonna be a good one again.
I think you put several good ones together. I think that again, this goes overlooked. We were talking about clarity before, where that goes overlooked, and same thing, thinking patterns. And so, as I mentioned, today's topic is going to be the thinking pattern that creates wealth, even when everything else fails. And so, what I mean by that is you could have the best marketing program, you could have the perfect team, you could have a phenomenal product and still be stuck. It's going to happen because at the end of the day, the thinking behind your success determines how far you're going to go.
Yep, absolutely. This kind of comes from the first chapter of our book, Playbook for Life, the mindset. We see this all the time. Entrepreneurs, they get busy. They're trying to copy tactics from people. They're trying to find the next marketing thing or the next shiny object. I can't tell you, I've been parts of mastermind groups, and every entrepreneur I've always heard say, yeah, I can chase shiny objects, and I can too. It's hard not to. You get, you can, without the right thinking, you can get focused on those wrong things. You'll bump along fine for a while, but you won't create that wealthy mindset that you truly need.
Yeah, wealthy thinking isn't about income, it's about your pattern. It's about your pattern. It's thinking in terms of abundance instead of fear, long term value instead of short term wins, equity instead of just activity, leverage instead of more hours. Wealthy thinkers ask themselves, what am I building that grows even when I'm not? How much can I grind in this week? How much can I do? And I used to when students were talking about the note business, would say what's really good about the note business is even when you're sleeping, you're making money. Somebody's making their mortgage payment to you that you're collecting generational wealth on. And so that's an powerful thinking that if you've never done that, something that you've created needs to bring you some type of wealth.
Yep. Income pays the bills. If you're trading time for money, that pays the bills. Wealth is what truly purchases freedom. If you're constantly fighting for every sale or you get burned out. But if you're thinking Rich Dad Poor Dad, in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, he talks about buying assets or buying doodads.
Yeah.
And wealth is built by buying assets that grow over time. Doodads, and don't get me wrong, I've bought a doodad or two in my life. Um, but wealthy thinking has you focused on assets. So the three takeaways, there's three ways to do it. Recognize your current thinking pattern. If you recognize it, you'll see what results it's getting, and then you can make the adjustment there. A second step is adopt a new pattern that aligns with wealth creation. You've got to decide to leave the doodads alone and buy assets that are going to produce wealth long term. And then reinforce those patterns with your habits. Carry a goal card that has your mind focused on assets instead of doodads.
Yeah. No question. I was just I was looking at something earlier today, and it's funny that we're talking about this morning. A lot of people get caught up in making money, and then all of a sudden they want to go buy the shiny object. And you and I, yeah, as you said, we've bought our doodads before. If you, right now, the way that this world's going, it's chaotic. Just have to have the clarity, and you have to be able to create good habits that are working towards your business and wealthy habits. And so wealth is built through repeatable decisions, not just one particular time. And so inside our 12-month Huddle for Success journey, we immerse you with wealthy thinking, who you must become, how you think, how you act, and how you identify and align with that wealthy mindset. And we teach you all that. And so that's a big help. That's the progress that we see with our students that go through our program. And so with that being said, we appreciate you, the listener, joining in to our episodes every Wednesday and Friday. Also, join us every Monday as we do our podcast, 30 to 45 minutes. We've been having some great guests on. We appreciate the guests and some really new, awesome topics. We've been really digging into mindset and transformation going into the new year. So, no need to wait for the new year. With that being said, like, share, leave a comment, go to huddleforsuccess.com and get your playbook for life. You can also go to Amazon and get a paperback as well as Kindle. So again, like, share, leave a comment. And with that being said, stay huddled up.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Huddle Up, where we come to you every Wednesday and Friday. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on YouTube and on social media. If you find this information helpful, share this with someone that you know. We'll see you next time on Huddle Up.